Hi students, I'm Candace Benji Small, and with Eric Ackerman I am teaching the observational assessment techniques for one-shot instruction for Library Juice Academy. I really look forward to doing this session with you. And so what we're going to do is just kind of walk through the layout of the Library Juice Moodle and make sure that you understand how the course is structured. So I am in the setting as a student, so you should see very similar to what I see, starting with the welcome video, which was by Eric and kind of gave you an overview of the course. So hopefully you've done that, the course overview, which is of course this video. And then there's the facilitator contact information. This gives you the email address for Eric and myself. We're committed to answering emails within 12 hours during the workday and 24 hours in the weekend. Email is definitely the best way to get in touch with us. I'm going to go back to the opening screen. The next thing is a video talking about how observational assessment fits into the bigger picture of assessment, and it's another quick video. I think it's about 5.5 minutes, and talks about using the Kirkpatrick model as a way to look at library instruction assessment. Then after you have done that, I encourage you to post to the introductions. And all the research shows that in an online class, success really depends on you feeling like you're part of a class and not just if you feel too isolated, usually you don't have as good an experience. And so we use discussion boards to try and have some dialogue like you would in a face-to-face class. And in the introduction board, we have some prompts here that we ask you to answer, but you can also put extra information. It's all about us getting to know each other. And one other part of the discussion board is that we want to make sure that you don't feel like you're posting things and no one's reading it. You want to encourage conversation. So for that to happen, we'll ask everyone to also post 2 replies to their classmates' posts. Now, if you're the first one to post, you're going to have to come back later to post replies. So that's why I have the note about early birds may need to come back again. I'm going to go back to the screen, and then there's the general news and classroom forum. This is standard for the Moodle, and I think that's for if we have technology issues and such. We found it was easier if we emailed the group, but we'll also post announcements there. Our class together is 4 weeks long, and so we set it up in modules. This is a self-paced class in that you can work within the week at any point. You can do everything on Monday, or you could do it anytime up to Sunday. The next module starts the following Monday. But we do ask that you do not move ahead, and that's for a couple of reasons. One is that we try to be very responsive, so we may change the next week's module in response to something that happened the previous week. Also, there is that idea that you're a cohort and you're talking together in discussions with the discussion board, and for that to happen, everyone needs to be in the same week. This also means, though, that if things get really busy and you miss a week, you're not kicked out of the class. You can always go back and do things in previous weeks. Just know that there won't be anyone commenting on your discussion boards. Alright, on July 5th to July 11th is our first week, and every module is set up the same way. We start with a brief description of what the module contains, and then the learning outcomes for that particular module. Week 1, we have some readings. We strive to find things that are freely available on the web, but if you have trouble accessing any of these readings, contact Eric or myself and we'll make accommodations for you. After you've done the readings, we ask you to post to the discussion board some reflections about them, and you'll see again there's that comment about coming back to reply to 2 of your classmates' readings. There are 2 mini lectures in week 1 from Eric talking about how the observational assessment method works. Each of them is about 2.5 minutes long. Then we have some examples of how we've used observational assessment, and then there's another discussion board on the reflections on the observational assessment method. We always end the modules with supplemental readings, and that's because we know there's a really broad spectrum of people who are taking this course. Some of you have lots of experience in assessment and are interested in this specific technique, and some of you are very new and may not be familiar with all the terminology and concepts that other people are using. And so the supplemental readings are an opportunity for you to fill in gaps or to read more thoroughly about some of the things that we talk about in this class. And that's how each week is set up. If you have any questions, please feel free to email Eric or myself, and I really look forward to working with you this summer.